It is day number 63, and it's time for another success story. I can't tell you what a thrill it is for me to be able to share these stories with you. After all, this is proof the reality of the deal meal really does work. And I get thousands of flavors like this all the time. Today we're going to Massachusetts, where we're going to meet Anne, who lives with her husband Anne, and their 6-year-old daughter Heather. Anne has written to me several times. She told me she started to gain weight when she was about 11 or so, and she had to endure the pain of being an overweight teenager. She remembers only too well the heartbreak of those years, not having very many friends, not participating in after-school activities or sports, feeling sort of different and all alone. Then in her early 20s, she managed to get thin for a while, during which time she met and married her wonderful husband Ed. But after they were married, he regained all the weight and then some. She was up to 204 pounds when she started Deal Meal. And after using my Swim Deal these videos 160 times and counting her carbs each day, Anne is at her goal weight of 103 pounds. That's a weight loss of 74 pounds. Now, Anne has written to me several times describing her progress, as she said, "Eric, do you know why the Deal Meal plan worked for me? Because your program has taught me not to deprive myself of food. I always thought to lose weight, you couldn't eat anything, right? Wrong. Your wonderful program taught me to say it's okay to have a few potato chips. Just don't eat the whole bag at one time. Before, when I deprived myself, I would do great for about 4 or 5 days, but eventually I'd break down and binged until the whole bag of chips was gone or the pie plate was empty." Anne went on to tell me that first it was the exercise that got her motivated and got her going. Every day during the long hot summer days, Anne was sweating out to those tapes. As you've seen, all that hard work has payoff. Anne said that she was overweight. Her husband never, ever once made a cruel remark or told her to lose weight, but he also never ever knows she had a new outfit on. Now he knows and continues to give her support and lots of encouragement. Soon Anne's closet was full of clothes she possibly couldn't wear. So she bundled them all up together and she brought them to the Salvation Army, except for 2 outfits, which she decided to keep as a reminder to never go back to that weight. She says there's a lot of painful memories about being overweight that she never wants to have to live through again. Now she loves to shop. She says here in the letter, "I love having a choice of clothing. I don't have to buy the brown skirt because it's the only size on the rack that will fit. And I love pants with zippers. No more elastic waistbands for me. It feels terrific to fit into a size 9 compared to a size 18. She went on to say, "I even bought myself a treadmill to do your walking tapes with during the winter months." See how smart she is? She is thinking ahead to planning her maintenance strategies and making sure she can continue to exercise regardless of the weather. During the summer months, Anne would walk to my walking to the classic tapes, and just recently, Elise stepped out of her house as Anne went by to congratulate her on her weight loss. It makes her feel pretty good to think that even strangers were noticing her progress. Not just strangers, her doctor couldn't believe how much weight she has lost, and even reduced her blood pressure medication when she's been on for 18 years. Then, a nurse who was rather overweight looked at her chart and noticed her weight loss. When Anne told her she had done it on Deal Meal, her nurse said, "Well, I have those cards at home collecting dust on my shelf." She told Anne that her success had inspired her to get on the program. Now, Anne told me her whole outlook and attitude around food is completely different. She told me, "I can't believe it, Eric, but now I love salads. I will never even touch vegetables before. I was just a junk food junkie." Then Anne told me the very best part of this whole story. She said that since she changed her eating habits, her daughter Heather now eats differently too. Anne explained that she wouldn't want Heather to grow up overweight, like she did in high school. She wants Heather's life to be better, and this is where it all starts. Teaching your children about healthy food choices and portion controls, and being a living example to them. It gives hope to a whole new generation of kids, and it starts in a home with good eating habits that are then passed on. So Anne has to just help herself. Her example is having far-reaching effects, not just with her daughter, but with other people who can't help but being impressed with what she has accomplished. Anne said that now, when she's in a market, she imagines I'm there at the cash register with her, looking in her car. So she is very careful and very selected. Is that's what it takes. I'll happily inspect everything in Anne's cart because what she buys is affecting the health and longevity of her whole family. And what could be more important? Anne has now a powerhouse of energy, which is just, well, because she takes care of the elderly. She does their shopping and their laundry and their housekeeping. In fact, whatever they need to have done. And is naturally a very giving person. But she finally learned to give to herself as well. She's eating smart, exercising, even taking time of herself. Because, well, when I called her on the phone, Anne was taking a bubble bath. I would say Anne has learned how to balance her life as well as her weight. She is one very successful lady.